Welcome to Riot Podcast-orama. In today's episode, Hudson.
Hey now.
So Nikki is going to be gone today and tomorrow. She'll be back on Monday. Though tomorrow, I think, is just going to be worst of the riot. So what you'll end up getting is no podcast tomorrow. But
at least you won't get me.
Well, I mean, you see, Hudson, it's a matter of I hit them with the worst possible scenario today. Yeah. And so then tomorrow they'll feel relief at your absence.
Right.
Whereas today they're feeling the pain of Nikki's absence. So
right.
It's a very
But that's a double whammy today. They not only don't have Nikki, they also have to have me.
Right. But see, today's as bad as it gets, and then we're building to a comeback.
Right.
So like tomorrow, they'll be able to rest from today's wounds, and then on Monday, Nikki will be back to completely heal everything that you do today.
All the damage I've caused.
So today in the podcast, we've got Hudson and I doing a Peeps Food Fight, which it's not Peeps, it's actually Peeps Cereal.
Right.
So if you would like to see the disgusted looks on our faces, you can actually catch the video for that at Facebook.com/RadioU.
Right.
Let's see. What other things did we talk about? Sickness, coffee cups, Game of Thrones piracy.
Yep.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know the truth, I haven't pulled the podcast yet. As soon as we get done doing this, I'm going to pull the podcast.
And then we'll listen to this stuff, and then we'll be like, that wasn't good enough, actually.
We really shouldn't put that in.
Right.
So I guess we'll see, right? All right, well, you have a fantastic whatever today is, and we'll look forward to nothing tomorrow and the triumphant return of Nikki later.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see ya.
The Worst of the Riot box set is now available nowhere because we know you wouldn't want it anyway. It's The Worst of the Riot on RadioU.
Something that I'm learning more and more about video games is that if there's something that you want to play, just wait long enough and somebody's going to be giving it away.
Yeah, that applies to a lot of things, doesn't it?
Actually, yeah.
If you can just actually have some patience and self-control, there's no limit to what you can get for free.
Yeah, I mean, you just hang out outside the restaurant. When they close, they got food to throw away. Done.
Yeah, right. You don't even have to wait till they close. Just go to the dumpster. They won't even know.
Some of those clothes that you're looking for, dude, you just wait a few years, hit up Salvation Army and or various thrift stores and agencies.
Yeah.
You're done.
They're there.
Yeah. Well, this isn't exactly that, and yet I can tell you that I bought this game, never played it.
Yep.
Which means that it was really dumb because now they're giving it away for free. Assassin's Creed, I just want to be clear, I only paid $5 for it.
Oh, okay.
But that's $5 I could still have.
You could have another game that you could have bought that they will eventually give away.
Yeah. It's a good call. So you guys know that the Notre Dame was on fire.
Yes.
And, man, they have raised over $1 billion to rebuild it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
$1 billion. It's wild, man. So in the middle of all this, Ubisoft, which is a video game company, they've donated 500,000 euros. I don't know what that comes out to in real money.
Right.
But one of the other things that they're doing to celebrate the Notre Dame is they are giving away Assassin's Creed Unity on the PC.
Ah, the PC.
Yeah, so it's not an Xbox thing. Though I will tell you, if you look around, people are selling Xbox codes for about $2. So, I mean, if you really want to play it, not that expensive.
How old is it?
Okay, I didn't realize how old it is. It's 5 years old.
Well, yeah, so what are they doing with it?
It's sitting there.
Yeah, right.
And it's really well known as being pretty much the worst.
Okay.
And when it launched, it didn't work very well. And even though I guess they've patched it and it works just fine now, people still look at it and they're like, that's the worst. It's the worst. I hate it. It's the worst. So, and it's free.
Yeah. So it teaches you a lesson.
Yeah.
Just wait for giant historic buildings to burn down, and who knows what you could get out of it.
Yeah. If anybody's looking for free, what was that? Origins, just go burn down a pyramid. Yeah, maybe you'll get lucky.
That's all you have to do.
No big deal. Fly to Egypt, burn down a pyramid. Maybe you'll get a free game out of it.
Yeah. As long as you don't get caught. If you get caught, that might not work.
You're probably going to be in trouble. Yeah. But yeah, with this, though, the whole hook is that the game takes place during the French Revolution. As a result, there is a highly detailed model of the Notre Dame in the game.
Of course.
So you can actually go and walk around inside it and get a look at it, which, I mean, that actually is kind of cool, right?
That's kind of cool. Can you do that on Google yet? Like now, 5 years ago, it was probably a big deal. But now, like Google probably has, like, you can do VR. You just buy one of those cardboard things, stick it on your head, and they have a walkthrough. I'm sure you can do it.
I don't know the answer to that. I did see someone who they did a VR experience of it, but it wasn't Google. So I don't know exactly who would have done that. But Derek says, I just tuned in and you're talking about Assassin's Creed Unity. Yeah, Derek and everybody, it's free on PC, and you can walk around the Notre Dame before it burned down. And it's all...
It is.
They say it's very accurate.
This is a very specific audience that we're talking to right now, though. Like, if you play PC games and you haven't played Assassin's Creed in the last 5 years...
If you figure the game's 5 years old, if you've got a fairly new PC, even if it's not like, a game PC, you probably pop it in there. And like, at least, it's free. So you just go in, you walk around... You're done.
Yeah. What does it hurt?
Yeah.
You see the cathedral in video game form.
Yeah. The Google Street View thing fascinates me. I might look at that too.
You're listening to The Riot. Voted #1 morning show. Among toddlers aged 2 to 5. Among people with hearing problems. Among dogs who bark at loud noises. Among relatives of Obadiah. Among people who lie in surveys. The Riot, Radio U.
So, Hudson, where are you at on Easter candy? Easter is Sunday.
It's coming up quick.
So, what's your go-to piece of Easter candy?
I think the Easter season is not complete until I've had a Cadbury cream egg.
Okay, yes, good man.
Not the caramel one, though. That is... Yeah. Well, once I accidentally got one at a gas station, I thought I was getting a cream egg, and I took a bite and threw it out the window once I realized while I was driving.
You thought it was that bad?
Yeah, it's not. I don't.
You don't like
it's too much. It's too much caramel.
Wow, it's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's really it's too sugary. I can't deal with all the sugar.
Okay,
this is why I don't eat Peeps either.
Oh, Hudson, I've got some bad news. I've got some really bad news. This morning we're doing a food fight.
What?
And it's Peeps cereal.
I didn't agree to that. Is that how you welcome me? I sit in the guest chair. Yeah. You in all the choices of food we could have, and you give me Peeps cereal?
Peeps cereal. You know what? It's good though, because like you, I hate Peeps.
Yeah.
And so I just assume that the cereal is also going to be terrible. But this gives Peeps as a brand a huge opportunity to come along and just wow us.
It does. Yeah. Actually, I would be surprised if the cereal is as bad as the Peeps themselves actually are.
Yeah. Now, what I almost did, and I almost texted you last night, I was at the store. I was in the Easter candy aisle, and I saw they had a ton of Peeps there, and they had all the weird flavored ones, like watermelon Peeps, root beer Peeps.
Oh, my gosh, that sounds so horrible.
And all kinds of stuff like that. Man, if I had known you disliked them so much, I absolutely would have bought them.
I'm glad... I'm glad I dodged that bullet.
Man, that's too bad. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next year. Hudson hates these. Yeah. We should definitely bring them to you.
Hey, Hudson, not only do you have to get up super early, but how about we have some disgusting food? Do you want some terribly flavored sugar?
Hey, man, at least you're getting paid. That's something.
That's true.
Like, you're not a volunteer.
It could be worse. It could be worse.
It could be worse. You're in here. We're paying you. We're feeding you Peeps. This is like the stuff some people would be in line trying to join an experiment that's like this. You get your meals paid for, plus you get a stipend at the end.
Why don't we like you and me run it, and then we just have people come in that like the Peeps and want to try it? And then would it be impartial though? Like, I don't know, but are we impartial?
Because we already hate them.
Yeah. So, is there anybody that's impartial? Can we find people that are ignorant to Peeps and have them try it and see the true results?
I don't think so. I think Peeps have not invaded. What's the word I want? They've infiltrated every level of society.
They are everywhere. If you look, not only are they just the candy aisle, they've got the cereal going on, so they're in that aisle. They've got the coffee creamer, so they're in that area, which is also wrong. Like, if you need your coffee that sweet, you shouldn't be drinking coffee. Just drink.
You're talking about the coffee creamer, right?
Yes.
It's not okay. All right.
Right.
Okay.
But creamer is already in and of itself sweetening your coffee, and then you're probably adding sugar, and then you're also it's not just enough to have the regular creamer. You have to have the sweet Peeps creamer, the 10 times the amount of sugar creamer.
What's your thing against sugar?
What? It's just like that's not what coffee is. Why just remove the coffee? That's obviously not what you want. If that's what you're doing to your coffee.
All right, here's the deal. All right, the PDF has been texting, and we'll get to their text in just a minute. And if you're wondering what the PDF is, that's the Peeps Defense Force.
Oh yeah,
they're out there.
Ever grab milk right out of the fridge to pour in your cereal, only to realize that your stupid roommate left an empty carton in the fridge? That emptiness is nothing compared to how you're about to feel. It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
The PDF, the Peeps Defense Force. They're out in full effect this morning, Hudson.
They've been mobilized.
They have.
The alert has been sent out.
They have. Now, everybody's texting. You can, too. 877-2-RADIO-U. Feel free to let us know your thoughts. I mean, on Easter candy in general, but Peeps in specific. Derek says, my favorite Easter candy is a Reese's egg. I feel
it's a good choice. That was my other choice.
To me, it's a little milquetoast. It's just the very middle of the road, kind of like, it's fully acceptable.
Because that's one, I'm sure you can get cream eggs year-round, but it's something specific to Easter. The peanut butter egg, Reese's just goes through a cavalcade of things that are basically the peanut butter egg, which are better than the regular Reese's because they have more peanut butter, but they're, it's all kind of the same amorphous blob of peanut butter Reese's.
It's true, but do you know what I think is really good? Have you seen their Cadbury cream egg shaped ones that are Reese's peanut butter eggs?
No. Not that I know of.
Those are good. Like you might want to seek that out.
You know what they should do is a crossover.
What do you
a Reese's cream egg, like half.
It's kind of like that. No, I mean
Is it?
We should probably go buy some and find out.
Let's do a taste test.
Yeah. So DJ in Michigan says, I don't like robin egg malted stuff. Oh, that's too bad. He also says he loves Peeps.
I like that he had to text in to let us know. We weren't talking about those specifically. I don't like them.
Just want you to know. I don't like those. Now, Stacy says, put a Peep in the microwave for 30 seconds.
No.
Let it harden for a minute. It tastes like a Lucky Charms marshmallow.
No, I don't want that.
No, okay, now wait a minute. Are you going to put shade on a Lucky Charms marshmallow?
No, I just, I'm not. One thing I'm not going to do, although I don't like the Lucky Charms mixture, I'm not going to buy a whole bag of Lucky Charms marshmallows either. Just the marshmallows. I like the marshmallows, but I don't need them that much.
I'm telling you.
It's too much.
Heads up, dude. I'm telling you. Chocolate Lucky Charms. It'll change everything for you.
There you go. The Frosted Flakes ones that we had were good.
Oh, yeah,
that was a good way to do it.
Nick says, this is Nick from Michigan. My dad would open the package of Peeps, let them get kind of hard.
And throw them directly in the trash.
That's not what he says. He says, hashtag respect the Peeps. Jared, they aren't bad after you light them on fire. It's like a caramel marshmallow. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So Randall says robin eggs are hot garbage. He's wrong. Robin eggs are good.
I'm all right with robin eggs.
Yeah, I actually like those because I like that hot, trashy, malted egg flavor, apparently. But
what do you... those are the malted ones, right? Like, they're just basically Whoppers with a little candy shell.
That's exactly what they are.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I have no idea.
Whoppers are good, too.
You know what's funny, though? Like, when I was a kid, like a little kid, my dad would eat Whoppers all the time, and I was like, these suck. And at some point, I don't know if it was in high school or college, I don't know if there was a head injury involved, but all of a sudden I was like, this is so good. Something unlocked the flavor for me.
When I was a kid, I got Milk Duds and Whoppers mixed up. Now, as an adult, I realize Whoppers are the good ones. I don't know why they were the ones that I got confused, but Milk Duds are the gross ones.
You got a real anti-caramel vibe going, Hudson.
Milk Duds are caramel?
Don't they have? Isn't that the?
Maybe I don't eat them because I don't like them, but maybe that's what it is. But I like Twix. Twix is great. Twix has caramel, and it has a cookie crunch. I'm not anti-caramel.
Okay, all right. Stewart says robin eggs are great. Peeps are gross. If you guys want to get in and start yelling about what candy is the best.
What ground do we have left to cover? Some people like Peeps. They're wrong. Other people dislike the robin eggs. I mean, that's you can text in. But what do you have new to add to the conversation?
Well, I mean, they can just further convince us how right we are about how wrong they are.
Please reinforce our stated position.
Remember, if you can just make it through the rest of the riot, then you can probably make it through the rest of the week. and through the next several months, and then it'll practically be Christmas. The Riot on Radio U.
Still talking about Easter candy. John says, I feel like we're not giving jelly beans a fair shot here. Where are you at on jelly beans, Hudson?
I'd rather not say.
Would you
I
take
don't
a
wanna
peep?
raise-
Would you take a peep over a jelly bean?
No.
Okay. That's fair.
Give me jelly beans or give me neither.
Okay. Well,
Or
here's
just give me death.
Yeah, okay. Robert, he's in Columbus. He says, my jam are Starburst jelly beans.
Yeah.
That's true.
That might be good.
Have you had a Starburst jelly bean?
Not that I know of.
That's a good one. My mom used to take them and like put them in like empty eggs.
Okay.
So like you get some Starburst jelly beans in the eggs or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
That was the good egg.
I mean, you know, it's not as good as, say, a Cadbury cream egg.
Right.
But
that was
it's
a egg
still...
you weren't upset to get.
Yeah.
But did she like fake you out and give you like some of them had Starburst and some of them had the regular Jelly Belly ones so that you kind of had to, it was like roulette, like jelly bean roulette.
No, it was pretty much straight Starburst jelly beans.
Okay, she
'Cause
knew.
She knew better
She
than
knew.
to give me an actual jelly bean because
Yeah.
they're, you know,
Gross.
trash.
Yeah.
But then the other thing that I always liked in the I can't remember. I'm trying to think of like where maybe I have these memories of this from actual Easter egg hunts, but like, man, when you get the Easter egg and had like pennies in it,
Oh, yeah. That's
like, what
not,
are you gonna do with those?
Right.
They're pennies.
A penny found in an egg is a penny earned.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to be a punk. I appreciate the effort, but like, if you're not going to put a dollar bill in there, you're
Yeah.
pretty much just wasting my time.
I mean, you can't even put pennies in a vending machine to get candy.
Yeah, at this point, you're going to have to go around, hope that you get 100 pennies,
Yeah.
roll them, take them to the bank, and then maybe you could get a dollar bill out of it.
You know, I did realize a while ago because I did go through a phase where I would pay with cash more than I would pay with, cards. That phase is long gone. But you collect a lot of change doing that, and I've realized that banks will take your change if you just put it in anything, and they'll just...
Oh, yeah, they can pour it in that thing and tell
Right,
you.
yeah. I mean, not even at Coinstar. They'll do it for free at the bank. You just have to wait. You don't get it instantly, but they're like, put it in this big bag, and it's kind of a weird experience to do in a bank if you can find a person at a bank to do it for you.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That was the coin news you needed this morning.
Well, I'll tell you right now, like my experience was I used to be like a cashier, like money person.
Yeah.
And they made us roll all
did
of
they
the
really?
money. Yes.
Wow.
And let me tell you what, you haven't lived until you can spend a couple of hours a day rolling coins.
Now they're taking your job away.
That's right. Robots are stealing your job.
You could have a fine, decent paying job rolling pennies all day if it wasn't for dang technology.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
This is what the price of automation.
The worst of the riot. It's like Lucky Charms, but no marshmallows. Radio U.
Now, there are bad ideas, Hudson, and then there are really bad ideas.
Okay.
I feel like one of the things that disturbs me the most about some of these really bad ideas is that a lot of them could be avoided if, as part of your training as a scientist, like let's say that you go into, undecided. You start as a freshman, but you're interested in the sciences.
Sure.
So you just go with like, all right, I'm going to start with the basics. Like I'm going to hit up chemistry. I'm going to have biology.
Yeah.
And, maybe microbiology, a couple other things. I'm just going to start there. I feel like something that they're not doing in these very entry-level science courses is giving people a course of science fiction. And I know what you guys are thinking, like science fiction is so stupid, whatever. And a lot of scientists turn their nose up at science fiction because they're like, there's too many inaccuracies here. Now, that may be true, but I want you to know that sometimes movies can teach us a lesson.
Okay.
Now, sometimes they teach really crappy lessons.
Oh,
okay?
yeah, for sure.
But other times, maybe they could teach us something. Like, for example, Hudson, are you familiar with the Terminator?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's something where we could walk away from that going, AI could be dangerous.
Right.
We should be careful.
Keep it in check.
But what I see in the news is people that are just like, bah, who cares? Let the machines think. I want to give birth to AI because I never watched The Matrix. Okay?
Right.
So, all right, there's that. Like, over here, you watch a couple zombie movies and you start looking at it and going like, okay, I'm not going to go digging in any ancient tombs and then like eating the things I find in there.
Right. Yeah,
okay?
you can't do that.
I'm not going to do any experiments on, let's say, dead pigs. Then I accidentally stick my hand near the formerly dead pig, and then I get bitten. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what I'm doing, but I start biting the people around me. And the next thing you know, there's a weird pig zombie virus that's spreading.
It's a chain reaction.
That's what I'm saying. That's why speculative fiction can be important.
Right.
It can be an important part of a balanced education. Right?
I think.
Do you feel good about it?
Actually, yeah, I think it's a good idea. Here's what I think. I think it could. Here's what it could do. It could lead to more ideas. You know what I mean? Like in science fiction, they're not bound by the laws of actual science.
That's right.
So they're throwing out ideas that may seem crazy, but maybe there is some scientific basis for it.
But you might find, okay, again, like literature can be a great way to explore ideas, you know, and a great way for us to learn lessons. You know, we read these little stories, they teach us a lesson. I feel like anybody, whether you're going to become a doctor or any other kind of scientist, I think an intro to science fiction where you were forced to read all this stuff, and it's just there to help you explore some of the ethical dilemmas you may face in research or experimental science.
Do you think that, like, let's say that scientists did have to watch science fiction before they could be scientists?
Yeah.
Do you think that, like, it would help them avoid some of the pitfalls that befall the scientists in the movies, the fictional scientists? But don't you think it might give them a brazen confidence, the actual scientists, where it's like, well, obviously that didn't work in the movie. This is why this happened. I can solve that problem. But still, the end game of the zombies eating everyone, that's still in the realm of possibility, even if you can avoid what happened in the movies.
So what you're saying is like we give birth to evil genius by giving them some examples, but they think they can overcome them
because they get some information, but they don't get all the information that they need.
I want you to hang on to that idea because I have an actual news story. This is not fiction.
Okay.
It is not speculative fiction. I have a story here that maybe it is made up, but it seems real. And I checked it. It seems real. And it seems like a really, really bad idea that could be avoided with an intro-level science fiction class that obviously I should be teaching.
All right.
The Riot is an award-winning morning show.
It's literally a medal for sucking. Now that is a medal for trying.
Okay.
RadioU.
So we were talking about, I think, the need for more scientists to read science fiction so they stop poking their nose around, maybe where they shouldn't. Because do you know what I'm reading about here at the Yale School of Medicine?
Uh-oh.
Who even thinks of this stuff? So they got a bunch, 32 dead pigs.
Okay.
All right. And apparently they cut their head off. And then they started pumping what was not really blood, but they say it was like an enriched something that they had come up with.
Okay.
And basically mimicking the functions of the heart and pumping blood through the pig's dead brain. And what they found is that while none of the areas of the brain that handle like cognitive function reactivated, they found that areas of the brain did reactivate once given a fresh blood supply.
Okay, that sounds concerning. That sounds like a one step in the wrong direction.
So they call it a red perfusion fluid, which is able to mimic blood by carrying oxygen into the brain and brain stem.
All right. So if anybody offers you a red perfusion fluid, say no.
Yeah. Well,
they're going to be like, this is going to be good for you.
So they say that this machine has been used, and they found that they can keep pig brains alive outside of the body for up to 36 hours.
That's... It makes me nervous. Does it make you nervous?
I know what you're going to say. Like, well, you know, Obadiah, or like some of the things that have led to scientific breakthroughs now would probably sound really scary. And I get the idea. Part of the idea here is like, hey, you know, somebody dies, you're working on their body. Part of the problem is like, hey, can we keep the blood going long enough for us to repair the body
right.
so that
Save
it can repair
the organs
itself
or something.
Or even like hey, can we keep you someone who has had like a cardiac arrest? Can we keep them alive longer? You know, things like that, so that we can make the repairs necessary. The body can save itself. But I can't help but seeing that this, by pumping whatever fluid through pig brains, I see zombie pigs.
Well, you know what's happening here, totally, is that they may be very well intentioned at this point. I mean, they're probably always going to be well-intentioned, but it's just like, you know, we can do this, and then they do all the things that you just mentioned. But there's the head scientist is like, and if we can do this, think of the possibilities. And then he just goes too far. And there's another young scientist that's like, oh, I don't think this is such a good idea. And they don't listen. And then eventually the zombie pigs come to life, and they eat that scientist. And then the young scientist is the one that helps us solve the issue, along with Brad Pitt or something.
Yeah, but then there's like one pig that survives.
Right. And then there's a sequel.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to have a sequel.
Yeah.
Zombie Pigs is going to make tens of dollars.
Yeah.
And so we got to make sure that we're there
this is our intellectual property.
Yeah, we own it. I already copyrighted it and stuff, so don't even try. And if anybody wonders how the zombies came on The Walking Dead, it's this. This is what it was.
That feeling when you hear that every school in the state is closed, but yours? Now you know how we feel. It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
Hudson, you look like you were about to say something. Did you?
No, I was sniffing, like, keeping the drips inside my nose.
Are you sick?
I'm a little sick. It was yesterday. It suddenly hit me near the end of the day. All of a sudden, my throat.
It sounds a little rough. there.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything till now, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Well, no.
Is what I'm hoping.
You really brought it up. I've been noticing you sniffling all morning. I just didn't say anything.
Well, that's nice of you.
Well, see, I didn't know if our relationship had reached a place where I could say, stop it.
I did have the Kleenex here, so that's a giveaway.
I noticed that, too. We have some Kleenex.
No, I have it. I have the box.
I
took the box when you left. I was trying to hide it.
So you're... I didn't want you to notice I stole the box, but I totally did.
Now that everything is out in the open, though, I have the Kleenex here. Last night, it got bad enough, I broke out the Buckleys, and that actually, it cleared out my throat. So my throat is okay, but I still have, like, a lot of, I couldn't sleep very well because I had congestion, and it was just like a massive headache in my cheek, like my cheek under my eye.
Yep.
Yeah, it was terrible. I mean, you know all about it.
I do.
You've been there.
Oh, dude, I almost lived there.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel your pain.
For those that don't know, tell them what the Buckleys is, because not everybody was raised in Canada and knows about these mythical moose treatments.
Well, I think if you go back on the Riot's Facebook page, you should be able to find us actually doing a taste test of it. But Buckley's is...
We did a taste test on medicine.
Yeah.
That's not weird.
It's over the counter, so it's okay. And what it is it's a special Canadian syrup, cough syrup, that will clear up your throat. It'll clear up... it does pretty good with congestion. It's very similar to drinking Vicks Vapo Rub. It's got the similar
if you're into that, no judgment.
It's got a pine needle-y mixed with cat litter type smell. It's a terrible. I really hate the what do you call it? The texture of it.
Texture.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the flavor is bad, but you can get over it. I really don't like how it feels in your mouth. However, it gets the job done.
Okay.
And I mean, it's not completely cured me, but it's not meant to cure all of what ails me. Just the throat situation, which has definitely helped out.
I will tell you that when we talked about Buckley's, this stuff, they only make it in Canada. They don't really sell it in the United States, though you can buy it on Amazon. It's usually from third-party sellers.
Right.
Everybody who does use it swears by it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And swears when they drink it.
Yeah, right.
Because it's really bad.
That is too true.
Well, you know what, Hudson, if you need them, there's one thing I know that we have in excess in this building.
Okay.
Tissues. There are tissues everywhere.
Yeah,
in fact,
my own personal box.
Yeah.
Would be good.
Did you know the Riot can help you see into the future? Every time Obadiah says he likes a show, impress all your friends by correctly predicting it will be canceled by the end of the year.
Canceled. What are you talking about? It's not funny.
Works every time. It's the Riot on RadioU.
If you guys are wondering where Nikki is, she will be back on Monday. So just take a deep breath and realize that you can always hear more Nikki at riot.radiou.com. In the meantime, Hudson is here. He's an inadequate replacement. He is a sad fill-in, but at least he's something.
Yeah. At least it's not worst of the riot.
Yeah. Could be that, which it will be tomorrow.
It could be nothing.
Dang it. What? Huh? All right, Hudson, you're my coffee friend.
Yes.
When Nikki is here, I can talk to Nikki about coffee, and you know what? I'll tell you this. You guys may or may not know this. Nikki is great at pretending to be interested in things she doesn't care anything about.
That's a big part of the show.
Yeah, I mean, when you guys listen, that's one of the main things she's doing all morning is pretending to care about the stuff I'm bringing up.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. And
that's when you know it's really bad, when she actually breaks that and admits that she's not.
She's like, I don't care. That's when we've really hit something.
Yeah,
right?
That's another level.
Yeah. Okay, so Hudson, with you here, at least you and I can agree on one thing.
Okay.
The importance of coffee.
Yes. You can't start a day without coffee. So or Hudson, continue the day or end the day.
Can you describe to our audience what this is?
What you have in your hand is our station-provided paper coffee cups.
Mm-hmm.
And what I notice about the one that you're holding is that it is smaller. We have a new order that just came in during the fundraiser.
Of our coffee cups?
Yes. And it is I don't mean the quantity. I mean the size of the cup has gone down.
It looks like a shot glass. All
yeah,
right?
It's pretty close to it.
Maybe my hands are just too big.
Maybe you're taking really big shots.
One or the other. But to me, it feels like I have to keep getting up and going into the break room to get coffee because there's so little room in that cup for coffee.
I would guess, I think the ones that we did have, and we still have some of them for some reason, but we don't, at least we did. I think those are 12 ounces, do you think?
No, I think those are 16.
You think they're 16? And what do you think that one is? Do you think that's 12 then? 10 maybe? I don't think it could be smaller than 8.
I think it's 10.
I don't think it's that much smaller than the other one. Like, it is smaller. I don't think it's as huge a difference as it seems.
Dude, to me, I feel like these are children's sippy cups.
They do kind of have like the Dixie cup feel to it, where it's like you use this to rinse your teeth after you brush them.
Yeah, like here, we'll put these by the sink in case you guys need a little sip but don't want to come to the kitchen. Okay, and this lets you can get a drink without mommy having to get it for you.
They might as well have the pointy bottom. Like you can't even set it down. Because you wouldn't need to. You drink it all in one sitting.
So I've been contemplating, first, maybe we should just be grateful. You know what? Here at this organization, they're providing coffee and coffee cups.
Yes.
Maybe we should just be walking around going, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But there's part of me that wants to maybe early in the morning come in and accidentally throw all of them away. And if anybody says anything like, there was a big tour that came through here and they all wanted coffee.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I don't have too big of a problem with them. Can I tell you? I want to tell you my positives.
Okay, let's hear them.
One, I think, at least for you and me, we maybe can let our coffee consumption get out of hand a little bit.
Well, you said you drank a whole pot yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I did go through. I didn't make it wasn't a full, complete pot, but I drank a pot of coffee that I made that was a couple cups on my own.
Yeah.
But I just didn't fill it to the brim. But it helps if you have to go back to the coffee maker more often to get coffee. Like you have to actually put in the effort. Maybe that keeps you. Maybe that's one cup of coffee a week that you don't drink because you just don't feel like you want to go.
So you're saying that they're trying to cut coffee consumption.
It might help with that. At least help you space it out. Well, no, not space it out, but at least help you put a little more.
It's a regulator.
Yeah, you have to put a little more thought into how much you're drinking. But the other thing is that if you do get up, it gives you another excuse to take a break from working.
Okay. Don't mind that.
I already go to the bathroom, and the more you drink, the more you have to go to the bathroom, the less time you have to spend actually trying to do some work.
I think Andrew has the right answer right here. The spring fundraiser was not fully funded, so these are budget cuts. Help us buy coffee cups. RadioU.com. Click on donate.
The Riot.
They hate me. They hate you. They hate us.
Why else would they make us listen to the worst of the Riot? RadioU.
Hudson, what is your problem?
Well, here's my problem. There's a lot of...
Okay. Give me one of your problems.
Yeah. My problem that I'm focusing on right now is that there's a lot. Like, I looked at the movie schedule yesterday for what's coming out in theaters. And obviously Endgame is the big one.
Well, yeah, and that's next Friday?
Yes.
Well, next Thursday night.
Right. At midnight or whatnot.
Well,
but
I think they're starting showings. I saw some as early as 6:30 p.m. in our area on Thursday night.
Well, you know what? For me, it might as well be like 2 weeks from now because there's no way I'm seeing it opening weekend. And, we'll see what happens.
Getting tickets was not.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like I had to fight somebody or whatever, but I mean, it wasn't easy.
Can you imagine the person that, like, they go to the movies, the release of that weekend, and they are unaware, just not plugged in enough where either they're like, oh, Endgame is out, maybe we could see that, and then they go and they can't get tickets, or they're just like the rest of the theater, there's no other movies showing because they just had to make all Endgame
I keep getting notifications. I have 2 movie theaters apps installed on my phone, and apparently I let them send me push notifications, and they're both like, we still have tickets. So I went and looked at the tickets. They're all front row tickets.
Oh, yeah.
This is not a concert.
Right.
Okay? I don't want your front row seats. Those don't count.
You can't only be seeing part of Chris Evans' head. You need to see the whole thing.
Got to see the whole thing.
So here's the thing, though. That's not the only good movie that's coming out, and what I just found myself, I was yearning for MoviePass. Have you ever yearned?
Yes. I know what it's like to experience pain and yearning.
Yeah.
Because with MoviePass, man, when MoviePass was good, it was the best.
It was amazing.
It was the best. You could see any movie, only one a day, but it was any movie, any theater, anytime, see the same movie over and over again. It was perfection.
Yeah. And so what has happened is MoviePass has simultaneously, it's spoiled us, right? Because it's like, well, I don't want to pay full price for movie tickets again. But it's also, what I'm looking at now is, I was like, I need something. There's too many movies. I can't spend the price to see the movies that I want to see. Either that, I'm going to have to miss them. So I start looking at Cinemia again. And they have a promotion right now. But here's the thing. It feels like a trap. I just feel like it's just going to be MoviePass all over again.
Yeah, I feel that.
Here's some of the options. Like their big unlimited plan, it's $100.
A month?
No. You just pay $100 up front. And what I'm unclear on is how long it lasts. But you buy for $100 this subscription, and there's no fees, and you can just get unlimited tickets for however the duration is, but it doesn't say. I think it's just limitless. It says limitless on it.
Yeah,
but I don't believe that's real.
Yeah.
They either send you a card or you get the app, and it's up to you, and then you just go with that. Or you can do the unlimited plan, which is 30 movies per month. It's not limitless, but it is unlimited. It's 30 movies per month.
Okay.
And you can either do that at $9.99 per month with a $50 or a $49.99 introduction fee or whatever.
Buy-in.
Right. Or you can just do it all billed at once for 1 year for $99 a month, which doesn't...
Wait. $99 a month, you said?
But equaling out to, you're getting the same price except without the $50 buy-in, but you have to pay it all up front. So that would be $120 essentially.
No.
Right, because you can't sign up for a year of this knowing that it could go south just like MoviePass
the route
did.
of MoviePass, yeah.
I'm not going to front them that much money. Then I might as well just buy the movie tickets and take my chances.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people do $5 Tuesday. There are several movie theaters that offer a cheap day.
That's right.
And a lot of people do that. And you can buy your tickets in advance for those. So you could, for next week's Tuesday, you can usually buy tickets now. And because it's reserved seating, that's kind of sometimes a good way to beat the rush.
Yeah.
But I've been doing the AMC, their version, quote unquote, of MoviePass, where it's it's $20 a month and it's 3 movies a week. I would say that's been a good deal, except I haven't seen a movie in 4 weeks.
Right.
So they have...
So you're really not... You're feeding the system. You're subsidizing everybody else's movie watching.
Yes, I am. And I feel great about it, guys. I love paying for something I don't use. That's why I have a gym membership.
The Riot.
Apparently some of the less athletic types go nuts for this stuff.
RadioU.
Nikki will be back on Monday. Let's see, how's this going to roll? So Hudson's in today. Tomorrow we'll have Worst of the Riot, hosted by me. And then Nikki will be back on Monday. So that'll keep you busy for a while, I guess. I don't know.
Somehow.
Something.
It'll occupy you.
Thanks, everybody, for what you did last week during the spring fundraiser. Hugely appreciated. If you haven't yet, RadioU.com. You can actually give there still just by clicking on donate and thanks. Now, many of you, when I talk about getting a hot dog at a gas station, you look down on me and you judge me. And
unless it's Sheetz.
Well, you're right. I mean, you're right, Hudson. You're right. But Hudson, you're also a gas station hot dog guy, right?
No, I just make mine here.
Come on.
I don't know.
What?
Besides Sheetz, I don't know if I've ever partaken in a gas station hot dog.
Okay, just to be clear, and I mean, you're going to disagree with me on this.
Yeah.
But I feel like Sonic hot dogs and corn dogs are just gas station dogs.
Oh, no. No, don't. You take that back. Take that back.
See what I'm saying? Like, it seems like no matter what, we always have one person below us that we can look down on. Just one person that we look at and we're like, man, this guy right here, at least I'm not as bad as blank.
Right, because my thing is I always look down on people that don't eat the all-beef dogs.
Okay.
Like, I made fun of Chris because he used to bring his hot dogs in, and they're the wieners. They're not Franks. They're wieners. They're...
That's a thing?
That's the difference. If they're all beef Franks, then they're that's Frankfurters, that's all beef.
Yeah.
If they say wieners on them, then that is when it's like it's chicken and pork and turkey and it's all,
I'll tell you who sounds like a wiener in this conversation.
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, right?
Let me be frank with you right now and say that is the difference between getting real meat and getting, discarded chicken parts.
Thank you, Angela. She says, and I quote from her text messages, Sonic hot dogs are totally gas station hot dogs and are not really that great. Well, okay, Angela, I'm half with you. They are great. Gas station hot dogs can be great, and so can Sonic ones.
Okay.
But as I'm looking at this, Hudson, just like you can look down on me because you somehow think that your Sonic dogs are better, I have found someone that I can look down on.
Okay.
This is a group of women in Akron, Ohio, who over last weekend, do you know what they did? They were stealing gas station hot dogs.
Oh, my gosh.
And I want you to know, as far as I am concerned, if you think that I have hit rock bottom for buying gas station hot dogs, I feel like we have discovered the sub-basement. There is something below that I didn't know was there, and it was stealing the gas station hot dogs. Now, you may say, like, oh, these poor women, they were probably homeless. And no. I have video here. These women drove up in a car to steal hot dogs.
Okay.
If you drove up in a car to steal a hot dog, you can afford a hot dog. They're 2 for 99 cents, okay?
If you can buy gas, you can buy a hot dog.
That's exactly right. So this story is crazy, dude. There is video because what happened is it's these 4 girls, and there's a guy that caught them stealing hot dogs. So out in the parking lot, they are assailing him, throwing trash cans at him, like all kinds of stuff. And they had to wait for the police to show up, of course. But yeah. Again.
I don't know. Like, yeah, you're right. At first, I was thinking, like, if somebody's sinking so low to stealing gas station hot dogs, the gas station might as well just be like, you can have them, Like, nobody's actually going to eat them anyways, so you can have them.
Yes, they will.
It's community gas stationing.
They're a value add to the gas station experience. I go in for my 69-cent Polar Pop and then my 2 for $1.49 roller items, including potentially a cheddar wurst, an all-beef hot dog, or that thing that looks like a you-know-what, which I don't eat, but they say it's hamburger. I don't want to know. Look, no matter where you're at, I want you to know, you can look down on me for gas station hot dogs, but I got somebody to look down on too.
Worst of the riot, not enough? Check the blog and all things Riot at riot.radiou.com.
Nikki is gone. She'll be back on Monday. You'll get some Worst of the Riot hosted by me tomorrow. Hudson is he's holding down the fort.
Hey now.
Today. So thanks, Hudson.
No problem.
Are you holding down the fort in the north to fight the White Walkers on the Game of the Thrones?
I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I haven't seen a minute of Game of Thrones.
I have. I started watching it. It was a little too delightful. So I had to skip out on that.
I don't like the people that are like, I'm so cool because I haven't paid attention to this thing that everybody else likes. But at the same time, like I feel really good about not caring about Game of Thrones.
Dude, that's because you are that kind of person. You like thumbing your nose at what's popular.
I don't want to. I know I'm doing it now because you brought it up, but I don't want to. I don't want to be the person who's like, oh yeah, you guys like Game of Thrones. I've never even watched it.
You don't want to be that person, but you are that person.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm not that person.
So
I wouldn't bring it up out of the blue.
Okay, that's fair. So you're not like a CrossFitter.
No, I'm not. Or a vegan. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I was fascinated. Any kind of media event, I'm always interested to see how it happens.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people actually watched the Game of Thrones premiere on HBO.
I heard the number. I think it was 17 million.
Okay.
Which is a lot for something like happening live.
Well, because, with HBO, you just have to, it's like Netflix. You have to pay for it. 15, was it 15 a month if you do their HBO?
Something like that. It's at least 10. So that's...
it's more than 10. It's 15 because I know that as of May 1st, my Netflix will now be more expensive than HBO.
Wow.
For me.
Yeah,
because I've got the 4-screen thing. Okay, so Game of Thrones was pirated. According to HBO, they say that it was pirated 55 million times in the first day.
Are they?
So the first episode of Game of Thrones was pirated that many times.
Are they complaining about, like, is that them saying, like, can you believe how many people are stealing? Or are they kind of trying to brag about it? I think that's what they're doing. Don't you think it's what they're doing?
There's a combination of, this doesn't officially come from HBO.
Oh, okay.
I thought at first that it did, but it looks like it isn't. One of the reasons they say that its numbers are so high is that HBO is not available everywhere.
Right.
So there are a lot of people that pirate it that want to watch it in a place where they couldn't pay for HBO if they wanted to.
Right.
So
the countries that ban porn.
That's what they like to say. They're like, I would totally pay for this if I could, but I mean, I just can't.
Or they have a VPN for a country where you can't buy HBO.
Right. Something like that. Yeah. 55 million times. I just look at this and I'm like, they spend all this money on Game of Thrones. How do they get that money back? And I would love... it just feels like a Saturday Night Live sketch, but there's got to be something here. I would love to see Game of Thrones product placement.
That would be good to work in. It's so cold out here. I've been growing my beard, but now it's turning into summer. Maybe I should get a Gillette razor.
I probably would have died of frostbite if it wasn't for this North Face jacket that I have right now. You know nothing, Jon Snow, which is why you need Rosetta Stone. You'll be able to speak to people in many languages and learn everything you need.
I know. You hate the Riot. Why are they on the radio?
Stupid. Yeah.
Honestly, we can't trust them with anything else. It's the Riot on RadioU.
It is the Riot on RadioU. Boy, Hudson, we remembered everything, but I forgot the little food fight intro.
Yeah, we didn't get to hear Ron Swanson himself.
Screw it.
Yeah.
Food fight! There you go. We did it.
The party platter. It serves 18 people or whatever.
Hey, Chris, you can come in if you want. He's just standing at the door. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
What do you want? Nothing? Okay. So, Chris, if you want to get in and try some of this, it's fine. We got our Hudson. Just show everybody what you got there. It's our Peeps cereal.
Yeah.
If you're not with us, you can actually slide over right now. Facebook.com/RadioU or RadioU Riot. We are live on Facebook, and we are trying. I actually meant the box, but that's cool too. Grab Chris and in the box.
Yeah,
We've got this Peeps cereal.
It's even got a nice note from Sydney, I hear.
Sydney brought it to us.
Yeah. So
it actually, here's the thing that weirds us both out. When we opened it, it smelled weirdly good. I was not prepared for that. Chris, what do you think? You know what? Just get yourself a microphone there. Chris, what do you think?
Smells like delicious cereal to me.
Okay. All right.
Sugar.
Here's what I'm thinking, though. I'm already going to move the goalpost. Let's be honest. This has nothing really to do with Peeps. It's just a picture of Peeps on the box.
Okay.
It's just a cereal.
But you don't know that.
I don't know.
For all we know, all of cereal science for years has been going towards this one goal. They've been building to this moment when this Peeps cereal would change everything. You ready?
I've got it here.
All right.
I'm ready to actually, based off of the smell and just knowing that it really has nothing to do with Peeps, I'm ready to possibly like it.
Jason says they're not Peeps if they smell good. Okay. Oh, boy. What is that? That doesn't taste like...
Ugh.
It's got like a bitter taste to it.
That is weird. It's like flavorless. It looks like Fruit Loops. You're expecting it to kind of have a sweetness. It really doesn't have any sweetness. And then it's got and then the marshmallow is in there, but the marshmallow doesn't have the crunch. It almost tastes like the marshmallow is old.
Okay, I didn't get to the marshmallow yet.
I need to eat a little more of this.
I'm disappointed that the marshmallows, look at these guys. They're just little circles. It looks like you're about to take an aspirin. It should. Oh, Chris, that's so kind of you, but I have milk. I remembered. Let's see.
I don't know about this. Like, this is, it's bad in a way that I wasn't prepared for.
Yeah, I feel like I'm eating. I'm telling you, like maybe my tongue is messed up, but I feel like this tastes sour. It shouldn't taste sour.
Sydney pulled a prank.
You think it is?
This is the Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Maybe it is.
She just swapped it out. This is just, I was not expecting, I'm going to give it a fair shake with the milk.
Oh, you know what, Katie, I really appreciate what you said. She says that Peeps tastes like bitter sadness, so this sounds spot on.
Yeah. All right, let's see. You give it a little milk. Mm-hmm. Maybe that changes the dynamic.
Sometimes it does.
I feel like I'm mostly tasting milk.
I don't want to be weird about it, but I don't feel like I'm tasting anything.
Yeah, it's very bland.
Yeah, it is so bland.
I'm trying to figure out. It reminds me of another cereal, I like one that's very bland, but I can't put my finger on it. It's not. It's got a very slight sweetness to it. You could totally, if you were forced to, you could get through this box. Like you could eat it. You could have that cereal in the cupboard, and if you were like, I'm just going to eat cereal every morning for breakfast, you could do this, and you wouldn't hate it. But you also wouldn't enjoy a single moment of it because there's no flavor to it.
You absolutely have to have milk on it, though.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a lot of cereals where I've actually thought it was better dry. Out milk is worthless.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't.
You know
like,
what?
I'm sorry, Peeps. No, I'm not sorry.
There it is again. There's that little hint of bitter.
It's just because the sweetness isn't strong enough. You're able to identify these other things that you don't normally find in cereal because they're normally sweeter.
Well, it had been our hopes that this was it. Like this was the big moment for cereal science, that they had made a giant leap forward. But the reality of it is, and I think we all just need to come to terms with it.
Yeah.
The best cereal that's ever been made is post-s'mores cereal.
It's definitely up there.
They did it, and they should have stopped while they were ahead.
Right.
They should have.
There's no need to throw Peeps into the mix for sure.
Hudson, sometimes just because we can do a thing doesn't mean we must do that thing.
Right.
And just because we can have Peeps cereal doesn't mean we should.
I agree.
I feel like that's the lesson here.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
I just love the idea of a marriage mostly being built on a mutual respect for Shia LaBeouf.